thing with the next Brunswick foul because they committed 6 this quarter also. Key stat in the first quarter, Brent, was Dan Hammond got out of the box early with 11 points, and Kana Medley with only 4 so far.
And now has 13 points. And the entry pass intended for Kana. It's picked off. Quickly ahead. Nice look at the jam by Kana Medley.
That's what Deering's all about right there. We've got Phillips and Kana Medley. Kana Medley, of course, as you just saw, can really finish.
Excellent play by Phillips to hit Kana Medley cutting down the lane.
I think you heard some big footsteps in that lane.
Now Mims spins his way in. Pretty play.
Our Brunswick players are taking turns posting up some of the smaller Deering players. Tough for them to handle right now.
Belanger dumps it off. Rejected by Karen. Into the hands of Pelletier. He'll push it up, and he's fouled by Phillips.
So there's the steal. Conway with a nice look-ahead pass. Phillips knows who's coming. Flush.
Really, Conway was the one that got it started with a nice look up ahead to Phillips.
Yeah, it really started with Matt Nichols with his post defense, getting around the low post of Taylor Karen, and then starting the whole play. So 4 guys touched the ball for Deering.
Well, now the 6-foot senior Walter Phillips has picked up his second foul as Pelletier make this one. I believe he'll be coming out of the game. As Conway will come in, see his first action here at the state championship game, and Drew Pelletier goes to the bench after making both foul shots. 25-14, Brunswick on top by 11. 4:45 to play in the first half. Lob for Karen. One dribble and he'll put it in for 2.
Again, matchup problems for Deering in the low post.
Brunswick
Did the wise thing, brought him out, get him calmed down, and sent him back in.
And Mims hits the foul shot. The lead is now 12, 30-18.
This is a little bit unfamiliar territory for Deering. Now, they did lose 3 times during the regular season. But I would venture to guess that they haven't been down by this many points this early in the game. There's a long way to go, however.
13-point lead now for Brunswick. Well, we saw Brunswick lead Cody by as many as 15 on a couple of occasions, and Cody came back and made it a ball game as Nick Cannon meshed it up. Gets it over to Pelletier. Gets Mims.
3-on-2 that time. Brunswick was not missed too many opportunities where they had the man advantage on the fast break.
Brunswick leads by 14. And stolen by Mims. Behind the back, Mims. Gets the layup. Kana Medley was there, but Mims made it count.
They got to
10
start
seconds.
There it is.
Lebekas dumps it off to Karen. Karen over Kana Medley. He gets the bucket. Kana Medley throws it up as time runs out. A 41-24 lead for the Dragons of Brunswick. We'll be back to the Cumberland County Civic Center right after this.
Success in the first half, which is run the floor, defensively be very active. They did get, as Coach Judd pointed out, deflections really disrupted Deering's rhythm on offense. Deering had a tough time getting any kind of penetration. I think really the big difference is the easy baskets that Brunswick has gotten in the first half as opposed to Deering.
Well, this is something we talked about in the Eastern Maine tournaments, Ken, is the offense of a team like Brunswick gets a lot of headlines, gets a lot of attention, but when we saw in Bangor, their defense really made a big difference and was a key factor in their winning the title.
Well, a key stat along those lines is that Deering has 11 turnovers. Now, if you go
by Williams, nice job. I think it was headed out of bounds. Now, Pelletier, the long 3.
Now, we mentioned Pelletier early on in the ball game as maybe being that third guy that can step up. You know about Mims, you know about Hammond, but Drew Pelletier can really shoot the basketball.
Communication between Kana Medley and Ramones, and the other way with Hammond with a 2-hand jam. And a timeout on the floor. A 25-point lead for the Dragons. I didn't catch how much time left. 150 left in the third period. New Hampshire up 3-1.
Brunswick just deserves it. He just played so well in every department. Thoroughly outplayed. Jerry, what more can you say?
Belanger picks up the shot that was left short. Now Phillips penetrates it. Phillips with the jam. 6 feet, he gets up.
Now, 1, 2, dribbles into the lane. Hammond wisely moves aside.
Up ahead to Hammond. Hammond for a two-point jam.
Now when you don't get the long read.
Ahead to Mims. Mims, good jam.
I'm not sure if this is a dunking contest or a basketball game.
Wow. And remember, Galloway doesn't go. Under 3 minutes to play. Brunswick Dragons. A long 3 by Pelletier. Well, the Hockey East Championship goes to the Wildcats of New Hampshire. They defeated Maine 3-1. 3-point baseline.
And Todd's father, Skip Hansen, of course, won a state championship as a coach with Foxcroft Academy. So it runs.
Here's Hammond. Dumps it down low for Phillips. Back to Karen.
Now Deering is showing some glimpses of what they're capable of. They've had several outstanding plays by both Phillips and Cameron Mendley, but just not enough tonight.
Duffy didn't even look at the basket, just wait to get the ball back out. As the Dragons just want time to roll off that clock so they can start celebrating.
They're just giving him a big hug at the other end. He said that this kid is one of the nicest kids he's ever coached.
The ball game is going to Rio. For Deering.
Yeah, Chris Rivers in also, I don't know if you mentioned it.
Just over a minute to go as Bruce up getting ready to check in. 1 minute to play. Pelletier goes to the bench and receives congratulations from his teammates. You mentioned he's quietly had a very nice ball game for the Dragons.
Right, and most of us realize it if we're in the coaching profession, particularly in Eastern Maine Class A. But Deering, brother Brunswick, returns quite a few of these young men, so they're going to be a force to be reckoned with next year as well. Mims is back. Taylor Caron, the big kid, is back. Drew Pelletier is back. Nick Duffy is back. They're going to be the favorites next year.
Justin Alexander has checked in. You see Mims on the bench. Alex stowed away. And pushes it up, loses the handle, and he's fouled. Now, 13 seconds. And a timeout called by Coach Hansen in order.
He wants to get his kids in the game so that they can play in the state championship game and get on the floor.
Right. So, Coach Hansen,
well-deserved hug between two people that, believe me, mutually respect one another. Dan Hammond and Todd Hansen. They've been a great pair. They've been a great combo for the last 3 years.
they lost out of bounds with 2 seconds left. You heard Coach Hansen talk about Hammond's leadership out on the floor and really being a second coach out there. And we've seen that, especially in the Eastern tournament where games were closer than this. They would take teammates and keep them under control. Pass comes in, and the Brunswick Dragons are the state champs in Class A boys basketball.
There's a happy Ralph Mims right there. They're all happy. The whole town of Brunswick's happy.
The Brunswick Dragons wind up their season at 23-0. Here is Melissa Pierce.
Thanks so much. I'm here with Brunswick head coach Todd Hansen. Coach, what does it feel like to come into the Cumberland County Civic Center and walk away with the gold ball?
Awesome. It's been an incredible feeling. I have so much regard for my team out there. I'm proud of those guys. They came in here, no one gave us a chance, but these kids were undefeated for a reason, and we proved that we're a pretty good team tonight.
You guys dominated every aspect of this game. What was the key out there?
Well, I think we have great balance. We have some good players, so that certainly helps. And Danny and Ralph got their support from our other guys. And Drew made big shots. Taylor came up big with rebounds and blocks. And Mike Levikas played well. A total team effort.
Now this team has gotten better every year. Did you see this one coming?
Well, I had dreams of it coming, but it hasn't set in yet.
Now you won a state championship as a player at Waterville High School. Tim Throckmorton told me. What does it feel like to win one as a coach?
Great, it's awesome. I hope I don't have to wait another 17 years to get another state championship.
All right, thanks so much. Congratulations and enjoy it, Todd.
Thank you.
Right back to you guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Melissa. Well, I think she was right. They just, they controlled practically every aspect. Well, not practically. They did. They controlled every aspect of this game on the Friday night. Absolutely. Just pumped the fist a little bit.
Well, he's happy, and I'm happy for him. There's nobody happier right now than him.
Ralph Mims, his teammates. Very excited Brunswick Dragons team. They are state champs.